Celine felt that she understood the Italian language. After all, she lived in Rome, in the capital of Italy, and had spoken Italian all her life. But she noticed that the boys at public school sometimes used Italian words that she didn't understand. The boys spoke those words when teacher couldn't hear them or when they were outside at recess. A few of the girls also spoke these unknown words. At home, Celine asked Mother what the children were saying. "Why do they say this?" she asked. "What does it mean?" Mother looked sad. She explained that the children were swearing. The children were using very bad words to describe God. They were blaspheming the name of God. "Probably," Mother said, "the children had heard these words from their parents or other adults, and they didn't even know that they were insulting God." Celine felt disappointed and angry. She loved God, and she didn't want anyone to insult him. She tried to avoid the children who spoke that way at school. Before long, the children knew that Celine didn't like to hear them swear. Some of the children thought that Celine was strange for loving God. They made fun of her. Celine was sad that the children didn't love God. Celine felt even more sad when she saw that one of her teachers also didn't love God. The teacher taught math and science, and she was an atheist. An atheist is someone who doesn't believe in God. Teacher said that God didn't create the earth. She said the earth and everything in it began by itself. Celine didn't believe it. She had read the Bible and knew it said God created the world and everything in it. She wished that teacher believed in God. One day, teacher asked Celine to write a report about the first astronauts who flew to the moon. For her research, Celine went online and read several books. She was very interested to read that 3 American astronauts flew to the moon in 1969. 2 astronauts landed on the moon, but 1 stayed in the spaceship orbiting the moon. Celine was most interested in the astronaut in the spaceship. His name was Michael Collins. Celine wrote in her school report that Michael Collins was all alone in the spaceship. He especially was alone when the spaceship went around the dark side of the moon and he could no longer see the earth. He saw only blackness, no people, no life. Celine copied a quotation from Michael Collins in her report. He said, "I'm alone, now truly alone, and absolutely isolated from any known life. I am it." If a count were taken, the score would be 3 billion plus 2 over the other side of the moon, and no plus. God knows what is on the other side. Celine wrote in her report that Michael Collins was counting people. He was saying that there were 3 billion people living on the earth, and there were 2 astronauts that he couldn't see on the other side of the moon. And on the dark side, where he was alone in the spaceship, there was only one human being, him and God. 2.5 years passed, and Celine kept sharing her love for God. One day, teacher said something unusual to the class. She said, "The first gulp from the glass of natural sciences will turn you into an atheist. But at the bottom of the glass, God is waiting for you." Celine didn't quite understand what teacher meant, but she understood that teacher was changing her mind about God. Teacher was beginning to believe in God. Celine gave teacher a Bible. She is praying that teacher learns to love God. She is praying that her classmates learn how to love God. She knows that she is not truly alone. Even though the astronaut seemed all alone on the dark side of the moon, he was with God. Even though she might feel all alone at school, she is with God. Please hit the subscribe button. We have finally hit 400 subscribers. Thank you so much. See you in the next video. Thank you so much to my animation team as well.